Sometimes in the 80s estates, the fog would swoop as the children woke for school. Sometimes, if you were lucky, like a blessing, the sound of hooves and horses passing through. The history mixed with the myth, the path beside the canal along which the horse dragged everything. The barges, the caravans, the coal and logs, the washing machines, and the horse that pulled the sun across the sky, the horse that carried Usheen into love and back again to earth and death. Wondering if this orchard made of homes could be the heart of Ireland, and if it wasn't, where else would it be? I was to visit the local school, the youth club, the halting site, the direct provision centre, and listen to young people, the usual subjects in unusual spaces. And then I bore witness to pure innocence. I went upstairs to meet 5th class, each one a different decade on planet Earth, and I asked them to tell me what a horse is. Their faces tilted up like flowers. Thousands of words floated out. A horse is a dictionary. A horse is a violin. A horse is a child.
Here it is. You gonna read?
To stand beside a horse is to know the power of silence. In the absence of noise, the body is the guide. The sound of the heart has no characters without the gaps, the space inside the rhythm where nothing happens. Where's the beating of hooves these days on Bally or tarmac? If you give up your voice, how much power do you have? For all that's been taken away, what has been added? Is this about the horse, the spirit of Ireland, or about its absence? It's not roaming the street anymore. It's not getting its back broken by hard work, not getting lost, abused or ignored. It's here, safe and sound, loved, ready for you to call it, here when you want it. Don't let it go.
The Cherry Orchard Equine Centre has been in the Cherry Orchard community for nearly up to 20 years. The Equine Centre is very valuable to the community in Cherry Orchard because it has a huge culture of horses that stems back generations amongst the young people that live here.
It's a fantastic place to live, although it has some challenges. The likes of the equine, it was a great support for me growing up. I've attended here since I was, I'd say, from the age of 7.
It's really exciting in that way because it's the Equine Centre sort of declaring an ambition to be a space that celebrates creativity. So like every young person that we worked with wrote a poem or a story, and they all sort of use the horse as a symbol to talk about creativity and potential, and like most of the time to look at it as a symbol of freedom and as a centre for their stories. And all of their work then was sort of funneled into looks.
We've worked in lots of strange places, but an equestrian centre is the first. Like, we have horses ourselves at home, so we're very connected with horses, and I think just the nature of a horse is very kind of inspiring.
Horse riding has a sort of a class snobbery to it, and this place here addresses that. I mean, there's lots of people that do horses in all sorts of different ways, but I think it's rare to get an equestrian centre of this quality that's for the people.
I think that sense of freedom that people associate with a horse has been quite a big theme that's kind of come up in this, and I think just that concept that no matter what's going on in your life, there's something about the idea that you can sort of be free, whether it's in your mind, in your body or physically, whatever. There's something about horse really taps into that feeling, I think.
You know, like all the young people say the horse is, and they kind of finish that sentence by, you know, saying a horse is a wind instrument, a horse is a child, a horse is power, a horse is a rocket, and all of that kind of mad symbolic work was used by Lux and created a giant kind of Trojan horse, which kind of snuck poetry into the centre of the spectacular kind of experience.
Projects like Capall Curra Horse, they expose the children to life outside of their bubble. It gave every child who took part the opportunity to shine, because there's so many ways the children can shine, but traditional, maybe old-fashioned school can have an emphasis on the academics and literacy and numeracy, but Capall Curra was, it was drama, it was art, it was music, it was technology, it was all of those together, and it was passion, and the children really took to it. And I imagine what's happened for a lot of our kids now is that a seed has been planted in their minds of a future that they did not really know could have been open for them.
They would be just used to just going and buying a ticket and just going and looking at something like this. They would never in their mind think, oh, I can actually be part of that. A lot of our young people, not that they wouldn't be into technology stuff and film making and stuff like that, they just never really had the opportunity for it. So with them taking part in the Capall project, now they're like, oh, I can make a movie now, and they're like, oh, can I do this? Do you get paid to do this? They don't realise that you can actually have a career in filmmaking and production.
Yeah, and there's some of the young people from Direct Provision had some words at the end, some beautiful kind of just open-hearted words that were just like, be yourself, be all you can be, and believe in yourself, be confident. It's lovely. I just think sometimes around, sometimes in more disadvantaged areas, there's an idea that poetry and creativity and art isn't for them, and by extension that their imagination is something that's just left a little bit ignored. And I just think today was like a great display, a sort of celebration and a bit of an explosion, to be honest, of all of that potential. It was just brilliant to see,
In terms of art projects that we had done before in the centre, there wasn't anything on this scale. The impact that I hope that this project has on the young people that we've been working with, and the young people that have come from the Direct Provision Centre, from Labra Park, is that young people are mixing together, they're working together. They all have one common thing, which is horses in their lives and in their cultures, and they learn from one another.
I think Ireland is going through something where a lot of its kind of institutions are waking up to the creative potential of the communities that they're supposed to serve, and I think the Equine Centre is a little bit of a cutting edge place in that way.
The community can see what the young people are doing up here in the youth service. I also hope that an outcome is that the community and the neighbourhood of Cherry Orchard can see that they deserve such a spectacular event, and hopefully it's something then that we can build on in the future.
I'd also like to see Cherry Orchard develop as an arts hub, for Dublin, for Ireland. Why not? Like, our children are as talented as anywhere else. They deserve all the chances for it, and something like Capall Curra has shown how they can shine when they're given the support.
Consider this. Out of all the stars in the universe, out of all that's come before, out of all this glorious coincidence, here stand these children, pure potential, little kernels, planetesimals around which all this orbits. This isn't about horses, this is about them, the reason we're all here, why we as parents wake and work, why the teachers keep turning up each day in Ultons, the youth workers, the yard staff in the Equine Centre, the circus trainer here in Direct Provision, all these people who care enough to make a difference. This is why we're here, to see all they don't have, all that's been taken away, and demand it back, to stand and shout about how much more should be done, to fight for everything good they can become. This time it's just a horse they made out of nothing, but tomorrow, who knows? It could be a family, an idea, a future Cherry Orchard, or a country reimagined, the spirit of Ireland reborn.